Hello, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and this is our wonderful Wonder Dog Yoga. Hey, I want to talk to you today about keeping the main thing the main thing. I don't know about you, but it seems like these days it's really easy to get disorientated. You start doing one thing and all of a sudden you forgot you were actually supposed to do something else. Not only that, but I've seen some people get really full of anger and hostility because they don't want to wear no mask, or they want to go places that they can't go because they're closed, or they're upset because they can't get a haircut, or and on and on and on and on. I think we need to remember to keep the main thing the main thing. What's the main thing? Well, there's a man named Jesus once. You may have heard of him. He said that the greatest commandment of all was to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And that the second commandment was like that, which was to love your neighbor as yourself. Now let's take a look at that first commandment, to love the Lord our God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind, with all our strength. What does that mean? Well, we teach that all is in God and God is all there is. So yes, we can love all there is. Truly, we are in heaven now if we but waken to it. And when we allow ourselves to do that which is ours to do, to express that greater idea of life and love, which is our purpose here, so that God may be better realized by means of us, we're showing the love of God. We're loving God by allowing God to express through us. There's no higher love that we could give. Now, to do that, we got to keep our eye on the ball and not allow ourselves to get disorientated. It's sad to see some people getting angry at other people because of nationality or age or sexual preference or gender, or whether they're a blue or they're a red, or what religion they came from. You know, he said the second commandment was that we should love one another as we love ourselves. Now, I could understand not loving somebody else if we didn't love ourselves. That's a case for another talk. But for us to have a prejudice against another race or another nationality or another religion, we're not born with that. That's something we have to be carefully taught. Yeah, I think it is in South Pacific where the words go, you have to be carefully taught. They have to be carefully taught. Before they're 6, 7, or 8, they have to be carefully taught to hate the people their parents hate. Now, if you have a prejudice, I understand. A lot of us were born in situations where those color of people, or that color of people, or that nationality and that nationality, or that religion and that religion might have been held in disdain by our group, our tribe. Now, I came from a German Irish family. No, we weren't Catholic. We were mostly Lutheran. So that opened up a whole lot of ideas as to who was the superior and who was inferior. Crazy stuff. If we recognize that we're all part of God's creation, and if we learn to love one another as we love ourselves, we soon discover there is no other. There is no them. There is no them. Yoga sees a bird out there. There is no them out there. And if there's no them out there, there's nobody to get upset with, nobody to hate, nobody to try to keep out, nobody to blame, nobody to play the blame game with. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the courage it's going to take from each one of us to actually follow that admonition to love our fellow man and woman as we love ourselves? That means we have to love ourselves, and as we do so, love them. To care for them. To want what's only good for them. And even the people that dislike us, that say bad things about us, or do bad things about us, we're taught to forgive them and to pray for them. The best definition I ever heard of forgiveness was to choose to see newly. There are people that come into our experience that, frankly, need some help, psychological, mental help, or they may need some other kind of help. I know there's a lot of people we run into lately that are just cranky. Maybe they need a nap. Maybe it's a situation where they were born into a family that didn't teach people better. Maybe it's a situation where they're afraid and scared of what's coming down, and the only way they know to deal with it is to act out on anger and make other people wrong to bring themselves up. Whatever the cause, the truth is, there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is your life. That life is your neighbor's life. That life is their life. And there is no there. And that life is my life right now. Anything other than that is an illusion. It's not true. So let's remember the main thing. To love God and love others as we love ourselves. Because there are no others other than ourselves. I want to thank you for joining us today. Tomorrow, Dr. Maxine is going to be live streaming from the Center for Spiritual Living. And it's at 10:30 in the morning. And to log on to that, just go to cslphilly.org. I'd suggest you be there just a little bit before 10:30 in the morning. And while you're there, you get a chance to see the where there's a whole lot of places where you can see classes coming up, and you can see other workshops that are going on, all kinds of stuff that's happening. And it's also an opportunity for you to make a contribution. You might check that out. I got to share something else with you too. This is in a little advance notice, but I've got a Science of Mind textbook meeting coming up, starting on Saturday morning, June the 20th. And if you'd like to go through the textbook with me, starting from the preface all the way through to the glossary, that's what we're going to do. Email me to register, and we'll look forward to talking more. Till I see you again, bye-bye.